Mike and Wendy Cubiss, and memories of a more normal time. It was a couple of days after this holiday that Mike had a massive stroke. It left him paralysed, unable to talk.
He was 40.
It's very young.
Incredibly young. It was very bleak, really, apart from I had to carry on and the boys kept me going. They were only aged 12, 10 and 8, and I think the eldest one found it very difficult to cope with.
Mike has locked-in syndrome, but is able to communicate using his eyes.
Black, tail, black.
He looks at letters on a board, and Wendy has become expert at interpreting her husband's thoughts.
H for the black, D.
Given a little more time, Mike can also use a computerised voice system. Can you explain what living with locked-in syndrome is like?
I think that you have to accept very quickly that you are totally dependent on others. This is perhaps the hardest thing to face. The realization doesn't hit you at first as you think you'll recover. Communication is very important because, without it, people tend to write you off.
Locked-in syndrome hit the headlines after the experience of Tony Nicklinson. He went to court last week to argue his life had become so intolerable he should have the right to be helped to die. His case was rejected.
Disappointed. As you can see from Tony's reaction, he's absolutely heartbroken.
The Nicklinson case has had a profound impact on Mike and Wendy, which is why they contacted the programme.
I can understand their feelings. It is almost torture. Anyone can sympathise. I feel that this matter needs dealing with. Where the person has locked-in syndrome, if they ask for the right to die, the state should be prepared to act.
Have you ever got to the point where you wanted to end your own life?
No, I never thought of any other way but to live.
Mike and Wendy have had enormous support from friends, family and carers who come every day. But the key to Mike's determination to live is his keen sense of humour.
Yes, please.
As we're filming, our cameraman asks one of the carers, who's a little shy, to lift her cap so we can see her face more clearly.
Could you just raise your cap a little bit?
The sense of absurdity is palpable.
He's still the same man, and that was part of what I liked about him, was his sense of humour and his sense of the ridiculous. He's not a vain guy.
You think Mike is happy?
I think he is, actually, yes. And we can hear him laughing now as we say this. But actually, Mike is amazingly happy. I sometimes even am quite astounded how happy he is, but he feels that this is better than being 6 feet under, or better than being dead. He feels really good to be alive. He's seen the boys grow up and is continuing to see how life shapes, really.
Mike and Wendy both support the Nicklinsons and their fight, but they also want to send a message of hope, that life with locked-in syndrome can be fulfilling. Graham Satchell, BBC News.